something here at Coke? Show of hands. Yeah, pretty much. So in this, sometimes when we come into college as freshmen, sometimes when we're joining these groups that we join, maybe it's a sport, maybe it's a sorority or a fraternity or something like that, sometimes there's an initiation process. That's what I'm going to talk about today. It's more commonly known as hazing, or that's the kind of the negative word for it, but that's what I'd like to talk about today, kind of the dangers of hazing and hazing here at Coe College and hazing around the country in college. The definition for hazing is a ritual of harassment, abuse, and humiliation. Now, which one of those words sounds like fun? None of them to me. I mean, I don't really think, even though I partake in hazing, which I'm not proud of, and Tyler has too. It doesn't seem like much fun to be humiliated or harassed by the people you're calling your friends or your teammates.
Are you aware that Coe has a strict anti-hazing policy for all organizations?
I am now, because this actually brings me to my next point. I'm going to tell you guys a little story about this year. You guys, some of you probably know about this. For the baseball team, we had a little initiation gathering at our baseball house across the campus. Some of you have probably been there. We brought our freshmen over and took most of their clothing and made them wear dresses that we got from Goodwill, $2 or $3. A lot of them were yellow and pink, you know, women's dresses, and we made them engage in a number of alcoholic beverage activities, a lot of them involving very warm alcohol and often shooken up by the upperclassmen. And it's not really funny because we had to, our coach was less than thrilled. He brought, it got all the way to President Pfeiffer and Lou Stark, and everybody was trying to deal with this, and the athletic director kind of had to protect us a little bit and say, you know, they won't do it again because people really were not happy about it. So we had a meeting with the athletic director, basically told us, you're on your last straw. I mean, that's strike 1 and 2 right there. So don't do it again, and if you do, there's going to be serious consequences. He even said he's going to give us some community service at some point this year to do. So a lot of you probably heard about that, but that's the story of the baseball team this year. I also like to tell you about my personal experience. I'm a transfer student from Wayne State College in Nebraska. I don't know if any of you do that, but it's a very small town. So we had our hazing, which I think is more severe than the one we did here. They made us as freshmen dress very skimpily.
What were you wearing?
We were wearing like adult diapers. And yeah, I know, it's rough. And they brought us over and they called everybody they knew for this, which is good that we didn't do this here at Coe. But when we got there to the house, it was just filled with people, hundreds of people. And we had to go around and do activities engaging in a lot of nasty drinking activities in our diapers and go around to every senior and have them sign our body in Sharpie before we could leave. So that was my experience, not exactly a positive experience, but today I'm going to talk about some of that. So 250,000 college students per year are involved in hazing, either being hazed or doing the hazing. And that's 40%. 40% of all college students know somebody who has been hazed or has done some hazing in the past. And since 1970, one person a year has died from hazing, which means people are taking it way too far, and I'm glad it hasn't happened at Coe, because that's going to put Coe College on the map for something it doesn't want to be known for. So that's why I'm talking today.
But
Emily could save them in some cases. I don't know, but yeah, there's been hazing-related deaths, and one a year. So I mean, I learned about this from the University of Michigan website, the University of Connecticut, places like that. ESPN has a lot of articles on hazing because a lot of times it deals with college athletes. And also I did surveys of you guys, you students, and an interview with someone who has been hazed, which I'll share it later. 60% of you on my survey, and I sent it to some other college students, I either know somebody who's been hazed or has been directly involved in hazing, and 80% of those people said that the hazing involved some sort of alcohol, which is not surprising because that's mainly what hazing is making the younger kids drink until they get sick, basically. But I talked to my friend Nick. He's on the baseball team. He had a negative experience with hazing this year. He was in a dress like everyone else, and Nick started drinking really fast and actually started throwing up everywhere in front of everybody. Really embarrassing for him and really embarrassing for us because we made him do it and things like that. So, and he was passed out and couldn't really get back to his dorm and things like that. It's not a real great story to share, but I thought I'd share his story because it directly affected Nick in a negative way.
So, was that alcohol poisoning?
I don't think so, but it took him about an hour and 15 minutes, and he was passed out completely. He had to be carried back to his dorm by some of the baseball players. And that happened with some other guys too, and that's why we got in trouble, is because when the freshmen went back to the campus, a lot of them got written up by the RAs because they were belligerent and things like that. So that's what happened there. But
how could you not foresee that happening though? If you're gonna get them that drunk and then send them back to campus, I mean, you guys are smart guys. How would you not think that that would be a problem, especially if someone's passed out with you?
Right.
What's to say that they're not gonna get worse by the time they get back to the rooms?
Well, I mean, it's just being naive and stupid to expect anything less than that than with what we made them do. So that's why I'm talking today, because I've really thought about it since then and don't want it to happen again. Some suggestions for you guys if you see this on campus. A lot of us are in sports, and we know the leaders of our groups, the coaches. I know Shannon, you're the captain of the dance team. I don't know if you guys do hazing or not, but I mean, we can make suggestions to those people that we need to stop our hazing. We need to, or make it something safe, like, I know this sounds kind of corny, but going to a movie together or having a safe pizza party to bring everybody together and make everybody friends in a different way that doesn't involve something that could be dangerous with alcohol or anything like that. Or bleaching your hair that you have to cut to get out. But today I've shared some stats and stories about hazing with you guys and some of my personal experiences and what we can do at Co to stop hazing. And I think we really need to take a step forward. So I challenge you to go to your leaders, your coaches, the administration. And I know there's a zero tolerance policy towards it, but it doesn't mean that it's not still going to happen. I mean, there's a zero tolerance to underage drinking in the dorms, and everyone knows people drink underage in the dorms. So, but go to your leaders and suggest maybe a safer initiation to get everybody together. Thank you. Any questions?
I know you just said there was a zero tolerance policy, but that really doesn't work.
Well,
we all kind of know that. So why do we have this policy, and how can we make it work?
I don't think people are going to take it. I mean, we're college kids, and this is not very good, but people take it seriously unless there's worse consequences. For this baseball thing, I actually wish he hasn't made us do any community service for it. I mean, we can't do it next year, we know that, but we haven't been punished for it. We've been talked to and kind of a slap on the wrist, but I think for people to stop it, there has to be a bigger punishment for it.
Do you really think that you won't do it next year? Do you think that the older students will find a way around it to minimize the repercussions if something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I thought about that, and I really think our coach was pretty mad. He wasn't happy. He took it more serious than any of us were taking it. Because it got bad. It makes him look bad when President Pfeiffer hears about it and guys at that level. So if it happens next year, I don't want to be there with